Greetings campers, welcome to Farmeritaville, and good morning from Disney's Contemporary Resort. Look who washed up on the beach with me in Florida. It's wife.
Yay!
So yeah, today we are at the Contemporary. Don't worry, we're still the poor white trash you know and love. We can't afford to stay here, but they have something that we have learned about and been wanting to try. Boat rental. Hello. Yeah, so if you don't know the geography of Disney, the Contemporary Resort is one of four. I guess Bay Lake Tower, which is behind us, the Contemporary, which is over there, and then Grand Floridian and Polynesian all border the Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon, which are two bodies of water connected right in front of the Magic Kingdom. And yeah, you can rent a boat, and I think now it's just boats, but pre-pandemic that you could also rent wave runners and all kinds of different watercraft. But anyway, I've never done it, and now I have the time to do it, and so we're gonna go out on the lake. You think they get mad if we moon one of the ferries going to Magic Kingdom? And here we are at the boat nook at the Contemporary, and they have some different water options. They have fishing and they have guided fishing. Of course, you can rent the Sun Tracker pontoon, which is what we're going to do. And if you're feeling really ritzy, they have the fireworks cruise at night, where you can rent a boat, charter a boat, really comes with the driver, and take your friends out on Seven Seas Lagoon during the nightly fireworks at Magic Kingdom. So maybe next time we're down here, we'll look into that. And they got this great just waterfront recreation area at the Contemporary where you can fish. The resort pool is right over there behind that fence and extends out over the water of the lake. And then over here they have all these games, cornhole, giant Connect 4, and then down there they've got foosball and a pool table, and there's your boats. This is just a nice quiet place on the water to hang out at Disney World, away from all the la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm on a boat! And we're on a boat. Em is playing cameraman because you can't take selfies or text or drive. It's like driving a car. They don't let you do recordings, but we'll trade off. So I'm not actively driving, but this is great. I mean, if you've never driven a boat, it's easy. It's like driving a car. But there's a map that shows you where you can go, Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon, and we're going to try to get the most of our time and go see all of that and roll up on some of these resorts. All right, here's a quick boat tour. There's where I sit, and here's where other people could sit, and here's where wife sits, and here's where other people can sit. Well, thanks for coming to my boat tour. Let me go ahead and just so y'all don't get your hopes up, this boat video is not going to be like Pam and Tommy Lee's boat video. Geyser Point Bar and Grill is over there at the Wilderness Lodge, and that's a great little bar with great views. It reminds me of the lake bar I frequent at home, except with more Spanish sauce.
You love that shit.
I do love that shit. Over here, this dock behind me now is Fort Wilderness, where you can camp out. So if you have an RV or a trailer, or you want a tent, or you can rent a cabin, and you can camp out at Disney and have all the Disney resort amenities, but camping. Because Florida, who needs air conditioning? Yeah, that is Discovery Island right over here behind us.
What?
Yeah.
Remind me, what was Discovery Island?
Discovery Island was basically kind of like Animal Kingdom, where it was like an animal park on an island. I'm not exactly sure of the details. I don't think there are any rides. It's just like a zoo, basically. I don't know the years it operated, but it's shut down and abandoned. And I have heard rumors of other, like there's some stuff you can find on the internet of people who've broken in there and like filmed footage in the last few years. And I don't know what happened. Maybe they probably got arrested, but it absolutely looked like, I mean, like Jurassic Park, like in the sequels when they go back and everything's just abandoned.
We're on a boat!
Do you like being on a boat?
I do. I don't know that I like being on a boat after drinking all day the previous day, because...
Yeah, Em had a very big day yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
They say the happiest day of a boat owner's life are the day he buys it and the day he sells it. In typical loophole finding farmer fashion, I didn't buy a boat, I just rented one.
And this is super fun. We don't have to maintain it, we don't have to clean it, we didn't even have to get a boating license.
For as low as $45, the Disney company will let you loose on their property in a boat. I never realized until being out here on the water how close the Contemporary Resort was to Wilderness Lodge. They're both right here on Bay Lake, and they're just separated by a small chunk of trees. But going to both and being at both, you can't even tell really the other one's over there for the most part. I also didn't realize how big and impressive Bay Lake Towers looks. From the front, it looks smaller than the Contemporary, but from the back, it looks ominous. So the steamboat we were following was actually being taken out of service, going back into that restricted area that we thought was the waterway to Seven Seas. And the lake guard pointed us over here. We're actually right by Contemporary where we started, and I didn't realize it was such a small waterway, but now we're waiting for ferries to cross because you have to yield to the bigger boats. So if you've ever stayed at a resort or you've parked at a ticket transportation center and taken one of the big boats, you have to yield to all of those. And right now there's ferries crossing over here, and as soon as they get by, we will dart down the right way over to the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Magic Kingdom. Ooh, Space Mountain.
We're smack in the middle of Seven Seas Lagoon. Right behind me you can see Cinderella's Castle and the train station and the unloading dock if you take the big ferry over from the Ticket and Transportation Center. Right over here, we're headed towards the Grand Floridian. Right over there is the Polynesian. And I can honestly say, I never expected to be piloting a little boat out here among all these other ferry boats and resort boats and stuff like that. So I honestly really feel like I'm sneaking into somewhere I shouldn't, but I'm not in any of the red zones up between all the buoys where I'm supposed to stay. So we're legal, but this is just a cool experience. I never thought I would see Seven Seas Lagoon from this angle. Now, life is going to zoom in on cool stuff while I drive the boat.
Yeah! Yep. It's the G-Flow. I never realized how big the Grand Floridian is. Good Lord. Fancy.
This is just a pocket of the Seven Seas Lagoon. We're in the far corner by Grand Floridian. To the right over here is the monorail track, and we're about to do a U-turn to get out of here because it's a dead end. But we're creeping on the G-Flow. All right, and we'll keep rolling, and I'm going to spin the boat around, and you can see exactly where we are in relation to the Magic Kingdom. Monorail. A rare sighting, the elusive Florida monorail. And over there's the top of the castle. Whee! It'd be fun to be one of the lake guards out here, just get paid to drive a boat around all day, yell at idiots like me that they're going the wrong way in their rental boat. Maybe you can spray them with pepper spray from afar and drive off. That'd be cool. We're gonna go around. We're gonna follow around the edge of the G flow, and then we'll go by the Poly, and that's basically kind of one big circle around Seven Seas. It's so cool to me that I'm driving a boat like Space Mountain and Cinderella's Castle, like Magic Kingdom's right there. It's just too cool. I want to stay at the G flow and then just like valet park my boat across. Like I don't want a monorail or anything. Can I just drive my boat and they valet it at Magic Kingdom? How cool would that be? I'll never be that wealthy, but it'd be fun. Is that the, alright, I think that's the wedding chapel for our G flow. Em doesn't think it is, but I think it is because it's all glass and it's facing the Cinderella Princess Castle. Wouldn't it be great right now if they were having a wedding, you know, like we mooned them?
What is it with you and wanting to moon people?
It's a classic stunt. Nobody gets hurt. You don't have to be in shape to play. Good afternoon, I am your yacht captain, Mr. Farmer, and behind me is the luxurious Grand Floridian Hotel. The Grand Floridian kind of reminds me of the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. Not necessarily the one from the movie because it had more of like a lodge type feel, at least on the outside. But the Estes Park, the Stanley Hotel, where they shot the terrible made-for-TV version of The Shining that nobody talks about. It looks like that, but bigger and in much warmer, beautiful climates than Colorado. Okay, Emerald thinks she's right. She thinks that's actually the wedding chapel, but I think that's a funeral home. I think I was right the first time.
I was right, you were wrong. Now it's time to sing the You Were Wrong song.
If you watched the video where I tried out Genie Plus and then went and had cocktails at the Grand Floridian where I was not a guest and was not supposed to be, it's that pool right behind us. My, how things come around. Old memories. Grand Floridian, Poly. Em, what's your favorite Disney resort?
The Poly!
This is Em's favorite Disney resort. It's like I know.
Welcome to Disney's Polynesian Resort. All kidding aside, this really is my favorite of the luxury hotels. It's huge and has one of our favorite restaurants, Ohana, and that's an excellent restaurant to get reservations for the fireworks and be able to see them when they go off at night. These are the Disney Vacation Club villas, and I mentioned earlier that there is a way, I believe, to be able to rent them without actually having to be a Disney Vacation Club member. They are clearly not cheap, but you can see from the deck that they have their own in-deck hot tubs, which I think is just super cool and would probably also be a really lovely way to watch the fireworks in the evening. Ooh, here comes the transport station. We better get on out of the way so we don't get in trouble.
Remember, kids, keep both hands on the wheel.
Hey Jake, do you think we could dock the boat and eat at one of the resorts?
I'm glad you asked, Emerald. Actually, there are boat rental facilities at Grand Floridian, Contemporary, and I think Polynesian has one, I'm not sure. There's multiple ones here on this body of water though. However, wherever you rent from is the only place you can take the boat back. So I can't rent a boat, drive over to another place to eat there, and then drive it back, unfortunately. But that would be a really fun thing to do. What's great about this is right over there at the entrance to the Magic Kingdom, it's very loud and people-y. And just right here offshore on our boat, listen. Quiet. It is not people-y. It is just waves and breeze and quiet.
I love it.
I can faintly hear la da 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 music coming from over there, but it's very faint.
We have a very busy intersection that was very exciting for just a moment there. What I really like about this experience is the fact that they do have on-water security. So it's nice to know that there's somebody out there looking out for you and also making sure everybody's having a good, safe time. Sure, we're on a boat, but we're also on a bridge. Neat. It's always amazing to me how quiet that is.
How's it going, wife?
Great. I love how quiet this is. I really, really do.
I think I want to stay at Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, same. It's just silent, comparatively.
That's the Geyser Point bar.
The Geyser Point bar that you drank at?
I ate there too. I had crab cakes.
How were the crab cakes?
They were okay.
It looks really,
Property.
it looks really chill. It's time to head back home.
I had fun. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a blast. It was awesome.
I believe this activity earns the highest Farmeritaville ranking on the funometer, and that is funner than hell. So definitely come rent a boat, budget half a day to come do this or however long you want. We were out for a little over an hour, not quite an hour and a half, and you do get a pass holder discount of 15%. So that's pretty substantial. I'm not complaining. Definitely a quieter, more relaxed way to enjoy Disney. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's also fishing and other amenities available here. Typical lakeside stuff, you know, at these resorts on the water. So check those out when you're deciding where you want to stay. And again, we are not guests here. You don't have to be staying at the resort to come enjoy this stuff. So keep that in mind. If you are staying on property at a different resort that's not on the water, you can can take a bus over or monorail or however you can get over here, and you can still enjoy this stuff. We drove and we parked and told them at the gate we want to rent a boat, and they said, okay, go that way, rent a boat.
There's so much, and we talked about it a little bit, but there's so much go, go, go in these kind of vacations. You know, if you're doing a week-long Disney trip, there are 4 parks, not including the water parks, and so that can get really exhausting and really intense because you're on your feet, you're walking, you're just go, 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 doing the whole time. And doing something like this, like Jake said, budgeting a day or even half a day to be able to just come out and quietly enjoy, you know, nature and some cool sights, 10 of 10 would recommend for sure.
And if your kids are old enough and you're staying at one of these resorts that the monorail services, you can just put them on the monorail and send them to the park, and you can come rent a boat.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ah.
Parents should enjoy Disney too.
All right, y'all, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Go do stuff!